3 months ago, I set ambitious language learning goals and decided to approach them in a completely new way by treating each 12 weeks like an entire year. Now, the first 12-week circle is over, and it's time for the results. Did I make the progress I hoped for? Did this method actually work for learning languages? And what will I change moving forward? Let's break it all down. As I mentioned in my previous video, I use Notion to track my 12-week years, and I also did a round of 12-week years in 2024, but not with language learning. So it is new in language learning, and we're gonna take a look at that. First, this is my page, my Notion page, and as you can see, we have our goals up here, and you can see I did not do so well in some of them, but I also think that some of the numbers are misleading. But anyway, we are going down here, and there are the tasks in here. We're going to ignore that, and we're just going to look at the reflections that I did every week. As you can see, we have some high numbers and some not so high numbers. And also this is, as you can see, from the April 1st, and this is the weekly reflection of the 13th week. So everything else that didn't get done in the first 12 weeks moved in here. And I didn't do that much in the 13th week, but also the 13th week was to relax, not do that much. And also some of them are daily tasks that I can only do once per day, so I can't catch up that many. But anyway, as you can see, for the totals, we had also in these numbers, there are also some numbers from my other goals. They're also in there. It's not only the goals I show you, because I'm only showing you my language goals. Everything else is private and stays private, so I'm not gonna show you that. But it's also mixed in here, because I don't like to have two 12-week years. That's just complicated. But anyway, we had a total of 765 tasks, and we did 529 of them. And that's about 69%, and I think that's good, because I was kind of ill for 3 weeks, so I didn't do much in the 3 weeks at all, and at least I did get done a little bit, and so I think the numbers are good. And also, why I also think the numbers are misleading, there are some tasks in here I put in here without a week or without a due date, and they're still in there. They're still counted as tasks, even though they're obviously not getting done if they're not planned to get done. So that's also something to take in, what was the word? To consider. And I have actually reached, if we look at the languages, it's funny that Tokipona has the smallest amount, and Tokipona only has like 4 tasks or something like that. Maybe a little bit more, but not that many. And I basically did nothing in Tokipona, so it's just small, but it's not a priority. But we also see that my German, with reading daily and so on, did quite well, and also the overall. And the only one missing in overall are my hours. So I didn't reach 100 hours as I planned. I only reached like, I'm not sure actually. Well, I didn't reach the 74, 75, not 74, 75. I didn't reach that because that's the only two goals that are not checked in here, in the overalls, the 75 and the 100 hours. So that's the two missing in here. So we're only at 89. I can't talk anymore. 89%. In Thai, well, I did start with the letters. I did learn them, but anything else, no words, no grammar. But also, it's just a little fun dabbling project. I just want to know a few words. So, and I still have 1/4. Yes, 1/4 time. So I'm not worried about that. My Japanese, I missed in Japanese and in Spanish a few days with my daily study sessions because I was ill. And so that's that. And in English, well, I didn't study any English. I just read my books. And that's everything in here. Now, moving forward, I'm still gonna use my 12-week year, and I'm still gonna use my, well, Notion to track it. And I again have some goals, and there are, well, most of them are quite similar to the first quarter because I just want to build a routine and get moving and just do something. Everything else that's not on the plan can be done but isn't a must. So let's move to the second quarter. It goes from the 2nd of April, that's today, till the 24th of June. And we also have again our goals or categories, and we have again our weeklies or our weeks. And you see again, I have some in no week, so there are again some tasks I can do, but I don't have to. And I also got to hide this group. I just wanted to show you that it is again in here, and we are going to maybe work on it, maybe not. Also, I had my reflections prepared this time because I missed my reflections somewhere in the middle and had to, well, kind of catch up on them. So we're just preparing this time beforehand. Now, my goals. We are going to start with my overall again. In overall, we just have again the 100 hours, and I also added a catch up for the quarter one in here. Well, I added them in every language. I didn't reach my goal, but that's not a must. It's optional, but I like to have it in here. And again, that's it has a due date, but it's not that important. I just set it on the 2nd of April just to have it always on top of my to-do list. So on top of that, that's why it is on the 2nd of April. I know I can't catch up all of the hours in one day. That's not possible. But anyway, we have again the 20 minutes twice a day, so 40 minutes, and we have 25 hours. We have an hour on Sunday. That worked pretty well. The 1 hour on Sunday, that worked pretty well last time. I did all of them. With the 20 minutes, well, I missed some of them because I was ill, but it also worked quite well. Then we have 50 hours, and we have, again, that's all the same. Then we have 75, and also, if it's loading, we have 100. Same as last year. Same as last quarter, but still, like I said, I just want to keep moving. In German, again, we have a little bit reading stuff in here. So we have a daily reading goal. If it's loads, daily reading goal. We have a finish project, this project, and I have it here, but I'm not sure if I'm really going to finish it this quarter. We'll see. I just put it in here because I have some time in this week where I can do it. Then again, we have hourly goals, and I think for German this time, well, we'll see in a minute. We have books again. I again want to read one book per month, and I think total hours for the second quarter are 2 hours for German, if I'm remembering correct. Again, we have daily reading sessions. It's just about habits. I want to build some habits. So we have books, we have reading, and we have 2 hours total. And then we have in English, it is the same. And because I didn't do any English last year, we have a catch up of 6 hours. As I said again, last year. I mean last quarter. Well, we have a catch up of 6 hours, and I'm just put it in here when it's get catched up. Well, we'll see. And we have again just books, and we have hourly goals. And this quarter I put it to 5. We'll see if that happens. I did put it down a notch, but 1 hour less, it's still nothing if I don't do anything. Then Spanish is the next one. In Spanish, we have actually, in Spanish, I did reach my hours. I was surprised. Well, no, I wasn't surprised. I did actually, my Spanish, I reached my time goals. But I did miss some dailies, and I didn't have the possibility to catch them up. So we have again the crossword puzzles, we have the daily study sessions, and we have the hours. And again, I put 20 hours in Spanish like last quarter. It is going to be relative repetitive until the end. So we have a second book. I did read one book. It was a child book, but I did read one book. And so I did do that. Then we have Japanese. Japanese, we have to catch up like... In Japanese, we have to catch up 7 hours. And in here, there are just... Why is it even visible? There are just some goals I may never do. But I also have something in here to revisit old material because I'm kind of having gaps in my knowledge, so I want to refresh that. So we have a catch up, we have 20 minutes per day, and we have a total of 30 hours. As you maybe know, why did I not? Well, it doesn't matter. I had the plan to finish Your Name in Japanese. Well, guess what? I didn't touch it. I did not read that book. Not a page of it. But anyway, it moves on. It gets put into the next quarter. Maybe I will touch it this time. I also have to say I wasn't really motivated to learn Japanese as much in the last quarter. And I think that's also the reason I didn't touch the book. but we will see about that. Maybe it changes again. And I did reach 23 hours last quarter. That's why there's 7 hours catch up. But I did put the same goal again this quarter with 30 hours because I think as soon as I'm again really focused or really motivated to learn Japanese, that will be no time at all. 30 hours in a quarter is nothing if I'm really motivated for Japanese. So that's Japanese. Then we have Tokipona. And Tokipona, like I mentioned, I didn't do much. Let's just say I didn't do much in last quarter. Actually, I think I just checked 1 or 2 things. That was like 5 minutes. That's why we're still at 2 hours, because I don't like writing down the minutes. And I didn't learn the script. For the all that didn't know that, Tokipona has a script and kind of a way to write it in Latin. But I didn't touch the script as I first learned the Tokipona. Well, I did touch it, but not really much, and it didn't stick with me. So I didn't touch that in the first quarter. I again want to mind some sentences, and of course I want to learn the whole script and all words. And yeah, that's not many the words, but I want to learn them again and refresh them, because I started that in the last quarter but didn't finish it. So we're still here with learning all. And we have an hour, I think. Yes, an hour. And obviously I didn't talk for 10 minutes. And I'm not sure yet where I put to start talking. So there will be another task somewhere with start talking, like maybe even daily with talk for a minute daily. But I'm not sure yet when I will put that in here. So just for your information, there's going to be a little bit more in here. Now, moving on to Thai. As I mentioned, I did learn the script. What I didn't finish was my time. So there's still a catch up. And I think I did half of the time I planned. So 2.5 hours or something like that. And that's only for the script. So I'm not yet fully comfortable with writing it or reading it. I'm sometimes really confused about the letters. And I also didn't finish my app I planned on. Maybe I will finish it, maybe not. I don't know. I used another method. And you saw the first part I posted, like, I think last week. And I think the second part will come next week. Because I wanted this video to be, well, will be on the, what is it? On the Friday this week. I don't know the date. Well, anyway, I wanted the video to be posted on this week, so you will get the results the week after. And then we have learn all letters. Well, I kind of did learn all letters, but I'm not yet comfortable, so that stays in here until I'm kind of comfortable. And if you give me a letter that's erkenne alle Buchstaben des Alphabets, so recognize all letters of the alphabet. And if you give me a letter, I'm right now, I'm not sure I can recognize them. Not at all, because I'm kind of still learning. I'm not sure about myself with the letters. But anyway, and then we don't have anything else in here, and we only have our 7 hours total in here. And yeah, that's everything in here. And so we have everything here. And that's basically my plan for the next quarter. And I want to reach for 80%, 85%. Maybe that's gonna happen, maybe not. We'll see in the next update video. But before I end this video, I just want to mention that I'm kind of like the 12-week year, but I'm not yet sure about liking it for language learning. I'm not sure if that fits for me, but I will try it a second quarter, as you just saw. But we'll see if I continue for the whole year, depending on how I reach for it. Because like I said, I sometimes just forget to do my reflections, or I had to go back and kind of fill in what I did on each day using my time track system. And I'm not yet that comfortable using it, or using the 12-week system for language learning. For other things, 12-week system works fine for me. But in language learning, I'm not yet sure. But I also think I still have to give me time to kind of groove into the system, because I'm changing my system that I used for years. So I still think we can make that work, and we will see next time if I change my mind about that, or if I still think that it can work. Well, anyway, I will link you the first part up here from my goals video, so from my 10 weeks intro. And if you're interested in how my Thai experiment worked out, I would recommend you subscribe and let me know in a comment that you would love to see it. And then we see each other next week.